Hello, everyone. This is Rob Golfi with Remax, the Golfi team. Welcome to the Golfi Real Estate Show with host Stephanie Vivier. But I'm telling you, pricing is good. You will never undersell a house if it's priced right on. If it's underpriced, you will get multiple people jumping at it and wanting it. But we're willing to work with you. I mean, we are willing to work with you. But as long as you have the understanding that what the market is. Like, hey, like if you want to go try that number, no problem. But we're willing to work with you. And then we put it in writing saying, hey, this is our suggested price. Here's yours. And sometimes they forget what they think it's our price that we put it at, even though it was theirs. And they say, hey, this is your number, remember? And that's why we're not selling. So, but yeah, evaluations are tough. But we're always willing to work with you. We want your business, and we know we have the biggest reach out there.
So what happened in Chippewa? Did he end up going with you and your price, or is he going a different direction?
Well, I told him, I said to him, think about it. I don't, when I say think about it, I didn't want, he's way too off on his number, way too off. And he will be up for sale for a long time. And then he'll realize, like he feels, he hasn't seen the other houses. We have. He hasn't seen it. So he feels he lives in this great place. He's got a pool in the backyard. He has a pool in the backyard. He said, oh, we don't use it anymore. They filled it up with stone.
Oh, no.
You see the concrete, nice aggregate concrete all the way around, and he's got a pool in the backyard. It's filled with, I said, what are you guys doing with that? And he goes, oh, we didn't use the pool that much anymore. We just filled it up. I said, yeah, but you should clean up, like maybe cover it with concrete, like just clean it up. Like it's just, so I mean, I'm just giving you a little bit of the character of the person that
for sure.
It's tough. Like I realized that, like he felt that was a feature. He goes, oh, most people don't want pools, but do they want a hole in their backyard with, like, it looks like a big clump of stone in a big burial? But it's different. So
it definitely is, and that's why we appreciate you always stopping by every week to update us on the world of real estate. Rob Golfi with us today. This is the Golfi Real Estate Show. If you want to find out more about his team, robgolfi.com, 905-641-0308. Rob Golfi is sticking around, and we have a lot to talk about today, including rents looking better in St. Catharines and why one Fort Erie couple just bought a house, but they might have to demolish the entire thing. So lots to talk about here on the Golfi Real Estate Show. You're listening to News Talk 610 CKTV. Welcome back to the Golfi Real Estate Show. I'm Steph Vivier. Rob Golfi with us today from the Remax Golfi team. All right, Rob, we've got some good news when it comes for renters in St. Catharines. It looks like prices are down a little bit.
Yes, and what's happening is people, you know what it is? People are holding off, especially this time of the year. If you're looking at finding something for rent, there's a lot of availability, and you can actually negotiate on rent. We have a leasing team that we deal with. We do quite like, I don't know, probably 150 leases a year or more on for people that are looking to rent out their house, like landlords, or people looking to find a place to rent. And right now, as a landlord, I really don't like, I hate leasing this time of the year, just because it's tougher. People know the winter's coming. They'll stick around in their property, their rental that they're currently at, before they decide to make a move. They'll start doing it in February, March, more so March, because the snow's not going to be there as much, because moving during snow time is not a good, clean way to do it. But rents have come down. And to a certain degree, and what they said here, there was an article in the paper. It says the average one-bedroom rent, this is in St. Catharines, was down 1.1% month over month to $1,681 in October, according to the latest rentals.ca. Now, for Canada-wide numbers, the report notes that rents in Canada declined for the first time since the pandemic. So people are holding that, waiting. The rents got too high. It has to stop. Now, the report notes that rents in Canada have declined 2.2% over the course of the past 3 months. Now, out of all Canadian listings examined in rentals.ca, report that the average for a zero-bedroom studio for September. Now, zero-bedroom studio, that's like a bachelor unit. was $1,622, and the one bedroom was $1,886, and the two bedrooms average was $2,238. So it is tough. So they said the 5 most expensive cities of the 35 examined in the report include 2 in British Columbia, Vancouver and Burnaby, and 3 in Ontario, Toronto, Oakville, and Mississauga. Of course, it is. So the one thing is, I get it. Like I know that houses rentals are taking longer to rent. People are, landlords are asking way too much money, and they have to reduce their prices to get it to the market where it's bearable for the market to somebody to jump on it. But yeah, things are getting adjusted slowly, but not that much. But you can negotiate. If you're looking at getting a rental, if they're asking $2,500, see if you can get it for $2,300, and just negotiate back and forth. It just depends if they want you or not. But I know you can work with the landlord. They're a little bit more lenient. Now there's a lot of buildings out there. They're building a lot of apartment buildings right now, and those guys are struggling even renting them out. So because there was a shortage, but now they're asking too much money for rent for these apartment buildings, new apartment buildings they're building, and they're really nice. They got a lot of amenities in there. You got all your appliances, plus you got in-suite laundry. You don't have to go down to the basement and do laundry with everybody else in the building. Every unit's got laundry. So it is changing. It's just like the real estate market. I mean, it's been flatlining all year, and it's just because it got to a certain point where it got too expensive, and things there has to be a halt eventually someplace.
So Rob, you talk a lot, of course, realtor, if you're buying or selling a home, but when it comes to the rental, is it important for people who are looking to rent to have realtors? You talked about negotiating with the landlords. They might not feel comfortable doing that. Yeah,
you have to be careful. There's a lot of fraud out there. And if you're looking online, and there was an article in the paper about that, there was a lady, it says a Hamilton woman narrowly avoids Stony Creek rental scam. So this guy puts this house up for sale, and I'm not sure if it was vacant or not. And he takes the pictures from the MLS that was for sale, puts it on, I think it was Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji, and the rent was cheap. It seemed too good to be true. And so this lady was, calling and talking to this person, and he was saying, "Oh, he's in a different province." He said to this lady, "Go look through the windows. He can't be there because they're moving to, I guess, Nova Scotia or something like that." When you get something like that where they're not allowing you in, and they want you to look through the windows, that's a scam. If you see that, and the house was for sale, and he was just indicating that they were thinking about selling, but it's going to go off the market. They're going to rent it now. It was all a scam, and so you got to be very, very careful in dealing with it. Now, if you're dealing with realtors, there's a high probability that you're not gonna get scammed because everything is all up above board. But the one thing about this, it showed that it said that a spokesperson for the fraud center told the Spectator that as of early November, nearly 500 rental scams have been reported to the organization, with hundreds of victims across the country having lost more than $712,000.
Always an interesting conversation with you, Rob. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you want to find out more about Rob and his team, it's robgolfi.com. Give them a call as well, 905-641-0308. And just like Santa, 365 days, no days off for this guy, right?
That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
This has been the Golfi Real Estate Show, and I'm Steph Vivier. This is News Talk 610 CKTV.